Is Andrew from IDB checking out Sataki's USB-C hub for the new MacBook Pros. Compared to the last Sataki hub that we looked at, this got quite an update for the newer MacBook Pros, and it'll actually use both of the USB-C ports on the side of your machine, which not only makes it more stable, but gives you a lot of new features in the hub itself. That said, there are definitely limitations that you need to be aware of when using this product. What's really nice is it does have two Type-C inputs, and it can actually do 4K HDMI. On top of that, however, one of the USB-C ports, the one on the top, can actually do a 5K monitor or two 4K monitors at 60 Hz each, compared to the HDMI, which can only do one 4K display at 30 Hz. The device itself is made out of all aluminum. It feels very solid. It actually reminds me in shape and style and everything of an older Apple TV remote, if everyone remembers like the second and third generation Apple TVs. On one end is the actual HDMI. On the other is nothing but a piece of black plastic, and down the sides where all of our ports are. So SD card and mini SD card, or sorry, micro SD card, two USB-C ports, and two USB-A ports. Depending on the side of your machine that you plug this into, you may or may not see that subtle Sataki and FCC branding that are prominent on one side of the machine. If you put it on your left side, you're not going to see those at all, which is actually very nice. It's the side that I prefer to keep it on. Now, while I absolutely embrace USB-C and almost everything has transitioned there are definitely a few things that I still need those older school ports for. So having just one device I can carry around is really just a lifesaver. The biggest problem would be that only that top port is the power delivery port, and it's the only one that's a Thunderbolt 3, so it'll actually do like higher speeds, more displays, and the power delivery. But that means if you plug your power into that top port, you can't use it to power a display, and you're forced to just use HDMI. Of course, you can get around that by just plugging your power into the other side of your machine, but it's definitely something to be aware of, and there's no real clear designation about that on the device itself. If you are a new MacBook Pro owner, this is definitely something I highly encourage you to check out, and you can find a link